today we're going to be doing a video on a little bit about us
and how we met.
How we met.
The most commonly asked question, how did you guys meet?
And everyone trips out how we met.
You should see the faces, like people just are like, just shook.
So about us, my name is Linda.
I'm Mariah.
And we're both 27 years old.
Both from Cali. We just moved out to New York a few months ago.
We have 2 kids, Landon and Adam. They're biologically mine. Landon is 7, Adam is 4.
We're going to introduce them. We just want to introduce ourselves first, and then next video, definitely going to bring them out.
Yeah. So let's talk about how we met. When did we meet?
They need to make sure they're ready for this.
Yes. Just sit down.
Put this on pause. Go get whatever
Go get
snack
some
you're gonna get,
popcorn.
and your drink, whatever. Just be ready for this.
It's a crazy story, and no one to this day.
It was hate at first sight. Like hate, like the hate. Anyways, that was a long time ago. I was like a sophomore in high school. I'm 27 now, so like I said, a long time ago. And then we just didn't talk for
A long time.
very long time. Okay, so it started out with like, I had a cousin. She lived an hour and a half away from me, but we were best friends, so I would always...
No, her and her cousin were best friends.
Yeah, not me and her. Me and my cousin were best friends. Hour and a half away, I would visit her as often as I could. As soon as I turned 16 and I got my license, I was like every weekend, like after Friday, get out of school type of like get in my car and go. I was always over there. Well, she introduced me to her friend. I'm not gonna say his real name, so we're gonna go with Pablo.
Pablo?
Of all names, we're gonna go with Pablo.
Okay.
So she introduced my cousin introduced me to her best friend Pablo, and we hit it off. He recently had like left his girlfriend. They weren't together. I thought he was super cute. I didn't know, but he came with a lot of baggage. And by baggage, I mean like his ex was crazy. The whole time that me and Pablo were together, she was like trying to destroy us, tear us apart, did not want us to be together. Like, and it sucked because me and him didn't go to the same school. So I didn't know if his ex was trying to talk to him at school, and it was only when my cousin would just send me pictures from like across the cafeteria like, hey, Pablo's talking to his ex-girlfriend, she just came up to him, and I'd be like, really? So like, it just sucked because there was like that distance between us, and his ex-girlfriend was just trying to break us up the entire time. So whatever, I tried to let it go, but I just couldn't. Me and my cousin, you know, we went to her house with a couple other friends of ours, and...
Are you gonna introduce the
No, I'm just talking about his ex-girlfriend and how I tortilled her house and did other things. And I think at one point I saw her after school, because like I said, I would go over there all the time. I saw her in the parking lot after school, and I tried to talk to her. Like, she was in her car with the window up, and I'm like trying to get her to come out so we can like talk face to face. And she was just not budging. She was just sitting in her car looking up at me with the window up, like, did not want to get out of her car. I was trying to fight her, but she didn't want to fight me. Anyways, eventually, like, weeks went by, and I just, like, gave up on him because it was just annoying that, like, he had that baggage, and in the end, it, like, wasn't even worth it. And... yeah, so let me introduce you to Pablo's baggage back then. Her name is Linda, and I'm now dating her. I've been dating her for 2 years and 5 months now.
Am I still baggage?
No, you're not baggage. So yeah, that was like the whole like plot twist that I could not stand her. Like when I was a sophomore in high school, I honestly wanted to fight her, and I didn't care for her at all. She was annoying. And then, you know, years go by and you get older and mature, and then I think she found me on Instagram. Like,
well, hold on, let's stop right there. So, me and Pablo had been dating a year and a half. and off the entire time. On and off. So we break up, and then he starts dating my beautiful girlfriend.
Who you thought was so ugly back then.
I hated her. I hated it. Wish I could fight her, but I've just never been a good fighter. And to this day, she could beat my ass. But, my gosh, it was literally hate at first sight. Like, love at first sight, and everyone's like, oh my gosh. No, it was hate at first sight, and now it's like love. But
yeah. When did it turn into love, though, is the thing that I want to know.
So, well, let's talk a little bit more about all that shit that went through. We both dated Pablo. That's how we know of each other. And after they broke up, we never talked. I mean, I sent her really bad messages. She sent me really bad messages.
I let it go.
Yeah.
We let it go eventually at some point. I was over him. It was whatever. Like, he lived an hour and a half away. That was it. And then she decided to follow me like years later. Probably like 4 years later or something like that. I don't remember. Years later, after my sophomore year, happened years later, she followed me on Instagram. I never like reached out to her. She never reached out to me. I don't remember initially like liking any of her photos or anything like that, because I was still just kind of like whatever. Like, there's nothing between us, but I'm not gonna go out of my way type of thing. And I had seen that she actually had gotten with a guy that was like, he lived like 10 minutes away from me. So
same like little.
Yeah, same small town that I'm from, like next town over. Like, she ended up being with a guy that I knew. I went to school with him. Our school was like rivals. And I was just thinking, like, what a small world. Like, you know, I hated her so much. And now she's like, you know, dating this guy that lives like near me, kind of like in the same area, who I know, I've seen him at like rival games before, and it was just kind of weird, small world type of thing. She ended up having a kid with him, and then I seen that on Instagram. I still never reached out. She never reached out to me, whatever. Like years later, has another kid with him. I'm like, okay, like, you know, they have 2 kids together, and like that was it. Still never reached out. She moved to this small town near where I'm from,
like 5 minutes away from her.
So now, this girl that I hated so much back then lived 10 minutes at the most away from me. And at times I thought, like, how weird would that be if, like, me and her just kind of, like, became friends? Because where I'm from, there's not much around, so it's just very boring. And, like, you know, everyone likes to, like, have friends out there, because what else is there to do? And, you know,
it's a small in town.
I thought about reaching out to her just so we could be friends, because I was, like, that bored. But I didn't, and...
Just because you were bored?
But I didn't.
But I'm glad we did it, because if we didn't, we would not be dating. It would just be a friendship.
She was in her, like, a different mindset back then. Like,
I was into having the perfect little family, making it work with my ex, all that bullshit, which didn't work out at the end anyway.
Right.
So.
And then, come, 2017, early 2017, I got some notification on Instagram, and it was her. And keep in mind, like, we haven't talked since my sophomore year. Yes, we've seen each other's stuff, but like, we have not talked since we hated each other.
Let's backtrack. My ex and I had broken up a while before. I was drinking, and I noticed that someone liked my the picture that I just posted. So I'm like just looking, like everyone else looks at their notifications, looks at, like, you know, who liked their picture. And so I see Mariah, and I'm like, oh, I haven't gone through her Instagram in a while.
I didn't like her picture in that way. I liked her picture.
Yeah, it was just like a friendly, like, I feel like we always liked each other's pictures, like, just in a friendly way,
right,
not in a gay way. And so I saw that, and by that time that, you know, I had broken up, I was just like I'm done dating guys. I'm clearly not not meant to be with guys, and I'm done. And a couple years before, I had seen that she came out pretty much, and so she posted that on Instagram, and so I just kind of always knew that she was into girls also. So whatever, at that point I had broken up with my ex. I knew I didn't want to be with any guy anymore, and that I was done trying with guys. It just never works out with guys. So I was like, okay, whatever. And so I was just tipsy, decided to literally a bunch of pictures, just to, you know, like when you have a stalker that just likes literally every freaking picture, and you're just like, okay, I was not a stalker.
Okay, but randomly liked a bunch of my
I was just
photos.
trying to get your attention, and it clearly did.
Yeah, but just put yourself in my situation. So when I see a bunch of likes from this girl that I used to have so much hate towards, and vice versa, she used to hate me too, it was weird. I didn't know which way to take it. We haven't talked, we like each other's stuff, but that's it, you know? So I was just
she didn't know I was gay, because I have never
no,
come
I
out
feel like
before
normally if it wasn't her and I didn't know that she had kids with this guy, you know, I would have been like, okay, this girl's trying to get at me, I can tell, you know, all those likes and stuff. But it's the fact that I knew that me and her once fought over a guy, and then also seeing over the years her having 2 kids with another guy, that did not cross my mind. So when she was liking my pictures, I was like, okay, she likes my pictures, and what? Well, she had to go out of her way to really get my attention, so she left a comment on one that was cute with a little emoji smirk face, and I was like, okay, come on,
that's weird.
yes, okay, now I'm getting vibes. That's it, I'm just getting vibes now. So I had to take screenshots and send them to my best friends and make sure that I was getting the right vibes. They agreed, okay, she's trying to get at you, clearly.
They did?
Yeah. They did. No one does that. No one just puts cute with a smirk face and likes a bunch of pictures and is not trying to get at you.
That's what my intention entirely.
Exactly. At first I was kind of just no. But as soon as you put cute, I was like, okay, you know, okay, I see you, girl.
Oh, kiss.
And so yeah, and then even then when she put that comment, I didn't reply back.
So my intention was for her to reach out and be like, hey, what's up, you know?
That did not happen.
It didn't.
I was
so I was just
nah.
I literally waited 2 days, and I'm
I was in disbelief.
I felt
didn't think
stupid.
it was real.
I felt dumb, and I was just okay, I was kind of drinking when I got, okay, so days before I even did that, I had seen that she had my pictures, so then I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gay, I forgot, I'm gay, and I didn't have the guts to do it. So when I got, when I was drinking, I did it. But then the day after, I was like, wow, she hasn't hit me up. I feel stupid. And so I was just waiting for her to message me, but it wasn't gonna happen.
No.
This my girl just doesn't have it.
It's just you know, I feel that's just too weird. Even though all the signs were there, I just couldn't get past the fact that she was actually interested in me, in that way, you know. So I think she messaged me, direct message, and then from there it kind of just went on, and we just started talking back and forth, catching up basically, and then she would throw little hints that you know, kind of were
What was it? What made you realize that I was not just trying to catch up with you versus
you
trying to
mentioned
hit on
something
you?
about your uniform at work and how lesbians always hit on you, and I kind of after that I kind of got the vibe, and then I think at the very end of the conversation, because it was already 3 a.m. and we're still messaging back and forth, and then she was like, we should meet up sometime, and I was like, alright. All awkward. I was like, okay. But I wasn't gonna make any moves, so it was on her type of thing.
It really was. But, so we kept messaging that entire week. We messaged for an entire week. But now thinking about it, we were by the end of that week, we were already calling each other baby.
telling them this. That's so embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I'm not gonna
Because
lie.
that's just how fast we moved on.
So annoying.
Like, we were just like moving so quick.
So annoying. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that.
No, I don't care.
That's so embarrassing.
Why?
Oh no, it's just embarrassing. But
So-
yeah, we were like already like ready to.
We were
Be
like
engaged.
already in a relationship, and when we met,
Dude, I didn't eat for like 2 days. I was so nervous.
Okay,
It
that was just
crazy.
her because I was eating just like.
Must be nice. I'm over here starving. I just couldn't like.
She was
eat.
just like already in love. You know when like you're in love and you don't want to eat in front of that person. You're like.
No, I was just nervous to meet you. Like I met you before, obviously. Like I remember I wanted to fight you, but this is a different like. Okay, like now you're looking like a snack, and now I gotta meet you type of thing, you know? So.
It was a different type of meeting.
Yeah.
It wasn't the old school.
Right.
I want to fight you type of way. But yeah, so that's how we.
We ended up meeting like a week later.
A week later
Yeah.
at Chili's.
Then it was just love at second sight type of thing.
This time I just wanted her gone
And then the second time she just wanted me
all over me.
forever.
So now we're here, 2.5, almost 2.5
Mhm.
years later, and we're in New York. We're not in Cali
Crazy.
anymore.
I would not 2.5 years ago have thought my life would ever go in this direction. I never saw myself like leaving my family and my friends behind. Like I never saw myself moving this far. It's just crazy. Like
Life is crazy, guys. I feel like the reason why the whole like Pablo thing happened, like the reason that I dated him and the reason that she dated him was honestly for us to meet. Like that's a soulmate type of thing. Like I honestly believe that in my heart that we're soulmates. So.
so cute, my love.
So anyway, so what we want our channel to be pretty much is just like a family channel, just lesbian couple with kids, with adventures, just follow through with our adventures, and that's really what we're trying to do with this channel. So make sure to like and subscribe and comment below what video ideas you guys have for us.
Yes, we need video ideas for sure.
I mean, we have like a bunch of ideas, but we also like, you know, we're open to whatever you guys want to watch.
Alright then. Bye guys.
Bye.